welcome back to the Harmonica Barge. I'm on a barge today. This is actually a friend's boat, and unlike the Harmonica Barge Muddy Waters, this is a narrowboat. So, as the name suggests, it's pretty narrow, just over 6 feet wide, 6 feet 8 inches I believe is the standard width of a narrowboat, and people actually live on these things, would you believe? It's kind of like living in a corridor. So here we are, and it's fairly comfortable, as you can see, with cushions and all the amenities. I've got my C harmonica, and I wanted to do a quick video on why I went back to puckering after tongue blocking for a while. Now I do a range of techniques. Obviously you get the harmonica communities always talking about tongue blocking versus puckering. This is better than the other. I don't want to get too deep into that absolute minefield of a subject today, but I will illustrate why, after being a tongue blocker for about 3 years, I decided to get back into puckering again. And that's because I got into bluegrass music, and when I was playing bluegrass, very similar to country music as well, think of players like Jimmy Fadden from the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, obviously Charlie McCoy, Todd Parrott, a bit more on the gospel side. So that's quite a clean harmonica style. Obviously by puckering I mean putting the lips like that rather than playing with the tongue. Rather than playing with the tongue on the harmonica, which I also do a lot of. But I found I was playing at bluegrass sessions, and especially when I was playing high harmonicas, because no one really talks about this. Say I'm playing a high G. And if I'm playing with other musicians, I kind of want the harmonica to cut through and be very kind of sharp and attacking. And often with bluegrass, the melodies are quite fast. You know, you could have a melody and I want that melody to kind of cut through, and I find that puckering the notes, and particularly the bends, you know, that can really cut through with that pucker technique. So I went back to that for a while and explored that style of playing. So in that style, here's a lick for you. C harmonica, and I think this is just a real typical kind of pucker bluegrass country lick. So this is actually taken from my Worried Man Blues video. So I do an in-depth lesson on Worried Man Blues, and there's a complete solo of how to take the Worried Man Blues melody and embellish it with this kind of pucker style. So if you're interested in that, do click the link below in the description for my in-depth lesson. Back to the lick. So I've got a 3-draw, move into a 4-draw, back to a 3-draw, then I'm doing my 3-draw bend to full step, back to 2-draw, 2 blow, 2-draw. So that's the first part of the lick. I'll do that for you one more time. Now if you want to make that quite effective, and again I find that the pucker technique is good for this, you want to hit that bend with a tiny little scoop. I'm doing a little t on that. Just to get that articulation. Unfortunately the planes are still above us here, so I'm just going to give that a second while you take in the surroundings here. The second part of the lick is going to be this. 3-draw, 3-draw bend to full step, 2-draw, 2 blow, and the nice thing about this lick, I can resolve the whole thing on a 2-draw again. So the whole thing I get. And that's kind of a cool lick, you know. You can use that if you're playing in a country style, particularly say I took a D harp, nice and sharp, you know. What else is cool about this, and I go through this in the in-depth lesson quite a bit, when you hit that 3 draw bend a full step, you can do this nice little thing where you sort of wobble it in your throat and you. So I'm doing like a wobble on the bend. And what's really cool about this, again I'm landing on that 2 draw, so that can form as a start point to put other licks after. Something like that, or whatever you like after. So this is really good to use this as a platform lick. Whatever you like after. So I found that I was tongue blocking but a lot of that nuance of the tongue blocks, and when I was playing with other musicians, was being a bit lost in the mix, and sometimes I wanted that sharp, clear sound. And I also wanted to get into the style of these players, you know, who've sort of paved the way for bluegrass harmonica, and I wanted to know a bit more of their style. Now I'm sure there was lots of other people before them, early players, country players, you know, people like Wayne Rainey, who are actually tongue blocking a lot, but nevertheless there's still a, you know, that big tradition of pocket players to listen to and to try and get into that style. So give that lick a go. I hope you have some fun with that. And if you're interested in a whole bluegrass lesson in that style, do check out my Worried Man Blues video. As usual, like, subscribe, leave comments, always nice to see your feedback. And I'll be back with another video and a new in-depth lesson very soon. Okay, see you then. Take care.